Hey guys, after some time I'm back with a new Play&Explain. Actually I wanted to play my normal session now, but the tables have been so dead that I thought it's a good timing for a new video. This time again on 200 zoom, because 500 is as well not running. Let's see. There are many entries in 200 at least. 74. Let's see. Yeah, also some green labels, so should be decent. Let's hope for some interesting spots, as always. Queen 10 I try to open. Here ace 7 suited is like always a call, low frequency, free bet. We will start with a call here on table 1. Great turn. Looking to check raise depending on his sizing. Should overbet, I guess, so I'm not sure about check raising, but here was this sizing. I think I just go for it. And I will choose a very big one. We are polarizing very hard once we check raise here, basically saying we have the nuts. Around 2e, something like this I think is fine. And then hope for a clean river where we can shove on. I'm curious if he's playing overbets here as well with a part of his range, or only like this 80% size. But yeah, once I see the sizing, I expect to get a lot of folds after we check raise. But still, we have to try with a hand that strong. Ace 10 off here is a mix. I roll 37, so it's I think around 50-50. Has good blockers to his continue range. Here we play multi-way on table 1. I start with a check, as I would do with like almost my whole range, at least versus decent opponents. Now on turn, I think I have better hands to bluff here, as I don't know the button guy. Yeah, and easy fold now. After we check like range on flop, our hand is pretty strong, still on turn, so it's not like I have to continue those random ace highs then. King 9 here is a mix. I low frequency open in my ranges, but I roll too high and also no green labels here anywhere around, so probably on 200 zoom it's actually a pure fold maybe. Here on table 1 we will check a lot with our range. This hand will get into some frequency and I roll lowish, so I bet. Here versus a recreational, I don't really know him. Yeah, I start with a core. Not a great flop, of course. Yeah, so we can already fold sevens here. On table 2 now, once the 4 pairs, I think my sizing gonna be somewhere around half. I think half board is good, maybe. We for sure won't go too big here. And with queens here, it's mainly a call, and we also roll high. So yeah, call this time, and it's a great flop. And now on table 1, another pretty bad card. And yeah, I think my hand just check forwards. And let's continue on table 2, where it's also very nice to see a big bet once we have top set. So definitely a huge mistake to do anything but call here. Let's hope that he continues firing. We will just continue calling. Once he checks, I will use a small size after he bet big on flop. Yeah, looks like he wants to get it in somewhere, hopefully. So basically, I mean, there are a few cards which are not great, but we will call down on any river. And this is obviously a great card. Let's not slow roll him. Great way to start. Maybe interesting. Let's make a note. Normally I forget about taking notes in the video a lot, but this guy, I think I've seen him playing higher as well sometimes. Big c-bet on queen 9, free rainbow, small versus on the gun, free bet board with ace king suited. Checks here. I mean, in my ranges, I even mix with checks here and not free bet it pure, but probably on 200 zoom, I will, yeah, still mostly free bet it. Otherwise, I think it's a mix between around half. King check here, I free bet low frequency, mostly calling though, and we roll low. So yeah, let's do it for the video. Where's our friend? Yeah, and getting punished. Nice hand. Again, when it continues like this without too much action, then I will maybe cut out some parts again to make it more interesting for you to watch. So don't wonder when there are some small cuts sometimes. I won't cut out big pots, obviously. Getting a lot of premiums. Let's hope for some action. Here, in those positions, this board is not even that bad for us. Should not open and call a free bet pure with all those sets. And we roll lowish. I still can probably mix in some checks, but for 29 I see about this. Sizing I play half pot. This is not a great turn. Um, yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I start with a check, and then I wonder what to do, like with the whole hand. If um, so table 1, I start with a small bet. Yeah, I start. Yeah, I think I call on table 1, and now on river we have a decision. I honestly probably end up folding, but we win. Maybe he rivered a queen, or he had jacks tens with a diamond, maybe something like this. Table 2 here, king queen is a check on turn, and he had queen 9. Okay, pretty loose defend. So not loose, also very bad defend. Like pre-flop. Course too much versus free bet in position. Yeah, table 2 here. On this runout, I fold my ace queen versus the same opponent. Let's see how much he check raise. I mean, I have not too many hands on him. Not too much actually. Honestly, when he's check raising that low and then use a bigger size, I already mark my ace 10 here. Aces, yeah, give us the premiums. So yeah, this queen 9. I even think, I mean, let's not do it in the video, but the the defenders, the free bet is like so loose that it's, yeah, almost worth a new labor. I mean, don't. I hope you guys don't look too much at my labors anyway. So don't. If you watch the video and somehow not like have a weaker labor or something, this could be also like very old labors. Here on turn, I think I would use 75 as a sizing, and I think I have some better hands than this, blocking some like hard floats which now forward and have stronger draws. Like now on the river, it's again pretty easy to overbluff here. Um, I roll low though. It's very hard to figure out what are the perfect bluffs here. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, honestly. Have to review it later if it's an overbluff again. And here normally I like to open wider versus recreationals, but he had a high free bet frequency on the few hands I had. So yeah, this one I have to review on turn and river. Also not sure about the sizing 100%. Blind versus blind is a spot where, yeah, I'm still struggling a bit. It's pretty hard to play. Here we roll lowish, and that's why we called forward. But otherwise, again, you have to be careful to not overvalue like checks in very strong positions. And yeah, once he shoves, I think I end up folding. Because as I said, it's from my value range, like the bottom already. We have some ace queen suited here as bluffs, but other than that, it's almost like, yeah, bottom already. Like ace king is also basically bluffing already. The core, yeah, so um, in theory he should have some aces here as well. So, and obviously then queens probably like full frequency. So I'm definitely like happily just taking off here with checks. On this turn, yeah, I think I start with a check. I mean, I honestly I might make a, yeah, tighter 40 somewhere. I mean, not even sure if it's that tight in theory, but yeah, I'm still like not super happy with this hand. And I also think I can't really value bet it. I mean, what am I value betting against? So it's like tens. Yeah, I guess he had exactly tens, or I mean, it really looked like tens, yeah. Because I mean, what else is snap checking back here and is not better than our hand, but also a hand which is pretty interesting. Like all those rare spots are mostly like the ones where I'm unsure with, like cold 4-bet spots in very strong positions like here. And yeah, what I wanted to say is like the jacks thing, so you have to be careful to not overvalue those hands in some positions. Because I got also a kind of funny comment in one of my videos, like I've seen, that I am too tight pre-flop or something like this, which yeah, I had to laugh a bit because I don't think that's the case. I think it's more likely that people are just too loose in some spots where they have no clue how tight you actually have to be. Yeah, because my VPIB and PFR look more on the looser side for sure than on the tighter side. And this is a very tight player. Yeah, and that's why I'm folding this already. Here on this ace king flop, yeah, in theory it's not really a range bet, I think, and probably also not the preferred sizing, but I only play small here out of position blind versus blind, like as a strategy that makes the spot a bit simpler. You don't lose too much EV by doing so. Yeah, and it's still hard enough. I can tell you that. Here on table two, yeah, it's definitely a candidate we could check raise with, although our check raise percentage is not that high, I think, overall with range. And in theory, I think the sizing is bigger here once you check raise, it's 100% and not 50. Yeah, mostly like on the suited or like the two-tone boards, it's getting more towards the 50, but especially on this like ace 10 5, where yeah, once we check raise, I mean, we have a very nutted range already, like for value, like pocket fives, ace 10, bit ace 5 maybe gets in there. Here again, a board where we on table one where we check a lot. I roll mediocre with this hand, so yeah, it's a mix with this hand. I don't mind either way. Obviously, it's an easy continue when he check raises, which people probably find a lot on those kind of boards. King 4 here, I'm gonna call pure, I think. I mean, there are some King X mixing. Yeah, maybe it's a low frequency free bet actually, I don't know. As long as you like free bet some King X suited, it's okay. I think the most important thing is to get around the correct frequency. Once you check back, mm, hmm, yeah, I also don't have too many hands on him. Yeah, I think. I mean, with the 4, you could maybe argue about probing. And now I'm also, yeah, I think it's also very easy to overbluff here. Yeah, those are also the spots where I'm a lot unsure of, like the mono boards. Nobody's really studying them. And here, mm, yeah, I think this guy is he 4-betting enough? Don't, yeah, he looks kinda aggro. Blind was blind. This is a bit too strong to fold, in theory at least. Yeah, and honestly, it's not great. because the 10 is far from being a clean out. Hmm. Actually, it's I'm not sure, man. uh, I mean, normally you can't fold gotchas there, obviously, but yeah, we are dominated a lot. We have the backdoor flush draw as well, though. Now he checks. I mean, it's a bit bad that we block queens and tens. We roll very low, though. Yeah. I don't think. I think it's a good bet on bluff on turn, but then maybe give up river. Because, like, on turn, it's good to block queens and tens because those would core now. But on river, it kind of sucks, because um, basically on river we want him to have like queens and tens, which fold now. So yeah, I don't think it's a good like dripper then, like in that case tower bearer, but also something I will look up later. Also flop is, I mean I think I still have to call it. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. But I guess it's interesting, yeah. Maybe we can forward the queen tens without backdoor flush draw and still have to core these. Maybe I'm completely off here. Could also be the case. But yeah, running good with those, like getting forwards where you wanna get forwards, getting cores or win the showdown where we have it. Poker can be also easy sometimes. Unknown guy. Let's see, from Slovenia. Mostly Rex. Yeah, but because I'm not sure, I tend to maybe oversee bet. Because when you look at Sorva, I mean, he's not allowed to forward a lot in theory, and he is also not forwarding a lot in reality, I guess. But he has to continue with some very weird hands sometimes, very, very weak, like high cards or backdoors, which people probably won't find. And now on turn, I will check this hand and just check for it. And now on river, we can't value bet. It's just a clear checking hand and hope to win versus ace highs. When he bets, yeah, I mean the king is kinda like he should check back some king X, not bluff them all for sure. Otherwise he's yeah very over bluffing, which most people are in those spots where the ranges are very wide. And here ace king, yeah, I guess I size up a bit because we are deeper. When he shoves, it's also not great. This is a great flop though. He snap chord. I'm like always unsure if people. I mean, in those positions, you could argue that aces is probably not that much of a slow play like in other positions. So I'm not that afraid of aces here, and even less afraid in most pours. Um, Tens here. Yeah, I think it's also the bottom of my chord forward range. The queen is a very bad card, like probably the worst card in the deck, because we now lose to queens and king queen, and here tens I fold. Yeah, I roll high. Maybe that's a mix on turn of this hand. Yeah, and it's if he starts like betting turn and shove river, it's getting very very ugly because then it's really. I mean, now we lose to aces, queens, king, queen. He won't like probably start blasting jacks tens now. Yeah, I wait a bit because I'm already thinking what to do versus the shove. Ay, ay, ay. Capable of calling turn. I mean, in theory, I'm not sure if I can get away of this. I mean, what else can he have? He should bluff some random pairs now. Is he shoving ace king himself? Yeah, I end up calling, but I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe I should fold this one. I'm not I'm not like mad about the result. I'm more mad about that I'm not knowing like oh my microphone went off. Yeah, so honestly I might yeah, this might sound now like but I think when I'm not making a video I might fold this. But then yeah, like everyone goes crazy and so yeah, whatever. Mm, here versus the main race from like yeah, dark green, I'm not going anywhere yet. Now once he checks, yeah, I might start bluffing this. And pocket nines here, core. Interestingly uses more size here. Also probably worth a note. But let's see, maybe we see a showdown. Then the note gets worth more. Yeah, and I think now, like in reality, we like always have the best hand. After he uses this sizing on yeah on flop and then like checks the turn. It's probably just a snap forward off him on turn, yeah. That's what I expected. Still don't think people are like really balanced with their sizings. I guess we can sit out next big blind. We're going for like, yeah, half an hour already. Might cut out some boring parts, but should be still enough for a video. I also think this guy is pretty new. I haven't seen him too much, but I've seen him on higher stakes as well. Yeah, so the 5 and 6 here are not that bad, as they would be like on cutoff versus button, because then he has more like 5, 6s, 6, 5. And here on table 2, unknown guy. Yeah, on table 1 we can 40 cent. Unknown guy at check back turn. And yeah, looking to check down if he lets us, but seems like a bet is incoming. And then, I mean, yeah, what bluffs can he have here? It's pretty hard. Diamond's getting there. Like, when he had something like queen jack, will also not bluff here. Yeah, completely looks a bit tighter. I just 40 cent. Maybe I look up the hand like the ace king versus queen's hand, and I will let you know. I don't think I make a hand review in the end, but I probably make a comment or something in the video so that you know what the correct decision was. If I can also like, I mean it's pretty hard to fold it in theory, I think, so that's why I in the end pressed core. Um, and yeah, it was like a guy who looked a bit more on the aggro side. There are definitely people in this pool where I would just, yeah, honestly snap fold it. But yeah, I was just not sure how big of an exploit for it would have been in theory, and that's why in the end pressed core. But yeah, let's find out, and I will let you then know. All right. I think we had some interesting spots, and I hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one.